So you've just got your PS4, there's a lot of exclusives that you really need to play. There's also a hell of a lot of third-party stuff that you need to play too. At some point you're going to need some sort of definitive list, and I think that I've got it. I'm Scott from WhatCulture.com, and this is the most essential PS4 games that every single owner needs to play. So first up, number 10, it's Rocket League. At some point you have to play Rocket League. The physics, the vehicles, just the sheer feel of the arcadey kind of gameplay. There's not a better multiplayer game on the PS4 or the Xbox One now that it's made the jump across. Psyonix have made a game that is kind of physics dependent, but also incredibly arcadey. It's very easy to pick up and play, but there's quite a severe learning curve to it. But when you master it, when you get it down and you start nailing shots from across the pitch, it's absolutely fantastic, and I recommend it to anybody who's got a PS4. Number 9, it's Grand Theft Auto 5. As one of gaming's most popular franchises, you at least owe it to yourself to check out Grand Theft Auto. Once the parent-scaring phenomenon of the early 2000s, now the most blockbuster, highest-selling game of all time. The world that Rockstar have created is just one of the most detailed that you're ever going to come across. Whether you want to indulge in the story missions or just maraud off on some crazy crime spree, blowing up police cars for the next half hour, it doesn't matter. It's just as rewarding. It's fantastic. Next at number 8, it's Bloodborne. A third-person hack and slasher with a penchant for breaking your sanity clean in half, Bloodborne continues the ludicrously hard difficulty curve established from Demons and Dark Souls. Thankfully, it's just as rewarding, if not more so, thanks to faster combat, insanely cool weapons, and a story that's as rewarding to uncover as it is eerily disturbing. For something that'll test your mettle more than White Walkers do Valerian Steel, check it out. Number 7, The Last of Us Remastered. It almost feels like a hush descends on any given room when The Last of Us is mentioned. Being both gaming Citizen Kane moment and a very good zombie-style survival game, The Last of Us is every bit the masterpiece you've heard about and then some. The kicker comes right at the end, when a rather large twist forces you to ask questions about your own morality. It's easily Naughty Dog's most mature and thought-provoking work so far. At number 6, Fallout 4. Despite getting a bit of a mixed reaction between the general public and the critics thanks to all sorts of bugs and glitches, Fallout 4 is still one hell of a game. Collecting loot, crafting weapons, tracking down your missing son, and blasting a few hundred radioactive mutants along the way, what Bethesda's baby lacked in overall polish, it more than made up for through sheer ambition. And number 5, Batman Arkham Knight. Look, it might have been a flaming hot mess on PC, but on consoles, Rocksteady's final farewell to the Batman was a resounding success. Simply put, there's no other game in history that makes you feel like the Cape Crusader, apart from the Batmobile tank sections, but we don't talk about that. When you're gliding through the city, the rain bouncing off your cape as you dive headfirst into the Batmobile and tear off to pummel Scarecrow and all of his thugs into the ground, there's nothing better. And number 4, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. The term open world sandbox gets bandied about every few months these days, but hardly any games actually make you feel like a kid in a toy box. Literally everything thrown your way in Metal Gear Solid 5 is ludicrously fun: cardboard box distractions, airlifted tanks, inflatable decoys, and triggerable horse poop mechanics. It's all here, it's all queer, and it's all so self-assured you can't help but fall in love with every second. In at number 3, Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is hands down the best platformer in decades. There's more character, charm, vibrance, and nuance in its world and setup than anything this side of something like Rayman Legends or Mario or anyone else you want to throw in the mix. The total embodiment of why we love the genre so much. If this had released back in the 80s, it would be Shovel Knight who emblazons t-shirts, not Super Mario. Boom. And now at 2, The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. There's a certain mark of quality in The Witcher 3, one that comes in everything from conversation animations to how Geralt elegantly glides through combat encounters in a blur of blades and crossbow bolts. It hits you the second you load in, and is a genuine world of content dripping with quality, detail, and endless replayability. Wild Hunt is like nothing else. Geralt walks a perfect line between letting you indulge in side missions and pursue the main campaign simultaneously, a crucial element that way too many open-world, freeform narrative experiences get very wrong. And at number 1, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. For the top spot, a real homegrown Sony exclusive, and one that proves developers Naughty Dog just get better with age. Taking the quip-happy rogue Nathan Drake and bringing him down to earth could have been a disaster, but by letting you know it's a person in the middle of all those collapsed buildings, capsized tankers, and intense gunfights, it reframes the entire trilogy in the best way possible. More than ever, you can project yourself onto Nate and live vicariously through some of his most risky moments yet. The fact that Naughty Dog changed tact altogether and showed us the man behind the mythology only proves they're going to write some amazing stories in the future. Here's to Naughty Dog, and here's to the PS4. So that's our list. That's what we think are the most essential PS4 games that you need to play. Let us know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and find What Culture Gaming on Facebook. I'm Scott from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon.